Alice 97.3, Sarah and Vinnie, Alice's morning show. Happy Friday. It is time for Bad Advice. This is us telling you how it is, no matter how much it hurts. This one is a hard, and by the way, you can email us your problems, badadvice973@gmail.com.
I love this.
Thanks to everybody who sent in their problems. There are some real problems out there.
I am hearing this for the first time along with you. So everybody out there, we haven't.
I've been absolutely mulling this.
Has
for
anybody else heard it?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so you're the only one. All right.
Now, to the person who does not want their name said, specifically asked that right at the top, which is where you should put it. Don't say my name. I edited some stuff. It's still long. There's a lot of detail.
Okay.
I don't know if we'll even make it all the way through because as soon as I start laying it out, you're going to have thoughts.
Okay.
So please do not say my name. Bad advice. I've been dealing with a very frustrating situation for many years now, and I would really love to get advice from you all. My in-laws have made what seems like a lifetime of bad financial decisions, and it's been a source of stress for my husband, and I pretty much the entire time we've been together, almost 30 years she's been married to this guy. They have always blown through money whenever they have it. They have never saved any money or planned for their retirement and have made bad real estate decisions. As a result, they've put themselves in a position now where they are elderly and have very little income and no savings. They are still making bad choices, in my opinion, and often can't pay their bills at the end of the month. They will ask us for money regularly to help with this shortfall, or if there's any sort of unexpected situation, as they have no money saved for anything, things like car repairs, and she'd given a few examples of things that they've asked for money for. At least 4 times a year, they'll ask for money. And over the years, it's totaled into the tens of thousands of dollars. In the last couple of years alone, we've given them close to $10,000. Every time they ask, my husband ends up giving it to them, but he does ask that they please figure out a way to live within their means, and they just keep coming back to ask for more. Now, she gave a lot of crazy, and he, I don't know. I don't want to give it away. But I picked out a couple of examples that I thought were just, these are so, to me, jaw-dropping.
Okay.
One time, they asked for money. My husband informs them we could give them the money they were asking for, but it would have to come out of our kids' college fund. I figured knowing that might make them change their mind. They still took it, and knowing that didn't stop them from asking for more money, again, many times since then. The lowest point in all of this was last year when they asked for money when my husband was undergoing cancer treatment and was not working. I felt like that was so awful of them and has made me completely lose all respect for them. Can't believe they still had it. Oh, it is a she, I guess. He's cancer-free now, thank God, but they've asked for money multiple times since then. I'm honestly at the point where I want them out of our lives. They seem unwilling to make life changes to be able to avoid continuing to end up in a situation where they need money, so I don't expect it to ever stop unless we cut them out of our lives. I should add, we've worked really hard. We have good jobs. We're established financially so we can take care of ourselves and our kids. We've never borrowed money from them or my parents ever. I mention this as it feels even more annoying for them to be asking us for money when they never did anything to support us financially back when we were struggling. Now we're at a point in our lives, we're thinking about our own retirement, 5 to 10 years, and have kids going into college. I know cutting them out of our lives would be hard for my husband, but I really want them to stop asking, how do I deal with this situation? Help.
Woo. Oh, man.
I got through that fast, though. So it's a good one.
Does this one seem easy to anyone else?
If it seems easy to you, go, sir.
Please, you go first, yes. Because to me, it's the opposite of easy.
So look, to begin with, the money they're asking for is putting you out. You've even dug into your own child's college fund, which when you start a college fund, the whole point to that is that when they're old enough, you're not digging into your own retirement to pay for their college. That's why you start it I started mine for my kids when they were born.
And they say if you don't feel good about your retirement money, do not pay for your kids' college.
Right.
Let them take on those loans. You can't pay for that and then expect to have a comfortable retirement.
So I understand that different parents have been, there are different levels of participation and different levels of tightness among all families. And yet your husband must feel love for them if he continues to want to help them
Well, they are
over
his
and
parents.
over. Right. Well, but I guess
Right.
what I'm saying is some parents suck.
Mm-hmm.
And so you might be like, I'm not giving you any money.
I feel like these parents suck.
Yeah, well, and that may be the case. But what I'm getting at, I'm working my way towards my solution here.
Okay.
My solution is that the next time they come to him, he says, yeah, I'll loan you some money, but there's a catch. We're taking over your finances from now on.
Mm.
You will no longer be getting your checks sent to they're going into my money. And I will be giving you your cash and paying your bills and telling what you can afford going forward. If you don't want that, that's fine. You're not getting a loan from me. You can go to someone else.
Forget loan. He's not giving them loans. You know what I mean?
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. Like they seem to, I don't know how they excuse this stuff in their own heads.
I don't know how this happens to some people.
Well, I think that, first of all, not everybody's good with money. Like, you see it. You see that all the time.
Yes.
My brother is terrible with money. He works hard. He makes good money. But that guy
buys a motorcycle.
Has 7 motorcycles and 10 cars and an engine probably in the living room that he's in the middle of rebuilding. Like, that's just who he is. It's what he does. He doesn't have partnership in his life. He doesn't have kids in his life. He's got, nieces. But what I'm getting at is that's him. Mm-hmm. And my mom will say, I don't know how to get through. Sometimes you can't get through to people. Who hasn't been in that relationship where you've said something to someone 10,000 times and they still aren't hearing you?
Right. Well, they don't have to hear you because you keep coming through.
Whatever it is, right. But, you might be like, this is my kid.
Right.
Or this is my mom. Or this is my wife.
Yes.
Or this is I really want this I don't want to blow everything up over this. Mm. So anyway, I want to give you guys your time, but I'm just saying that's what I'd do. I
actually think that is an excellent potential solution for this.
That's what I'd do.
You guys clearly cannot control your finances and your spending, and I'm going to, from now on, be doling it out. You get this much a week based on what you're getting from Social Security or whatever retirement these people have. I'm going to make sure that your bills are paid in order, and you'll get money for groceries every week.
You'll get what you can afford.
Right, because you are clearly not managing your money.
And that's
well.
the way I would frame it to them. I would just say,
that's a good solution.
The bottom line is, no, I don't have money to loan you.
Right.
I have my own kids and a wife and a family and a mortgage and all this stuff. I don't have money to loan you.
He's not loaning them this money.
I understand, but I'm just saying, this is not a situation that can continue. So when you are talking to them, you got to just tell them,
right,
we're taking over all of it, or no, there's no more money.
So I went through this. So first of all, I'm somebody that's not been good with money in my life. Like I've gotten to the point now where I have to be, and now I am because I have to be, and I work through, I work hard. I work 3 jobs. I mean, but I'm paying off a lot of junk from when I wasn't good with my money. So I was forced into it, and I think that's the same thing here. Like they need to be forced into a situation where they have to live within their own means. And I think Vinny's right because my Shauna's mom was terrible with money. We would go to her house. She'd have Home Shopping Network boxes unopened all over the house. And when we sold her house, I took the money, I put it in an account, and I said, here's how much money you're going to get every month. If you need something for big, let me know. I'll write the check, but you can't have it. Because we knew she'd blow through it. So I think Vinny's right. Like you've got to set those limits.
Credit cards, too. Credit cards just popped into my head because that's a way around this for people.
Well, yeah, but at one point you just, for me,
you got to take her credit cards
I have no
away.
more credit cards. I got rid of them because I'm just I
can't have that.
I can't have that. I just can't have that. So I think Vinny's right. I think they need to but I think just to cut them off cold right now, it wouldn't help them. I mean, you love them. You don't want to leave him in the cold.
Well, she might not love them,
she doesn't,
but the husband does.
The husband definitely does.
It is his parents, and you certainly don't want a situation where someone's going to wind up homeless or worse.
He's pulling money out without her knowledge and sliding it to his parents as a way of kind of keeping the peace. Meanwhile, she finds out later he's funneled $20K over to his parents without her knowing about it.
Right.
And that's certainly, at my house, we have 2 working adults who do pretty well, and I forever didn't think I needed to clear anything I purchased through her, because why would I? We have money and I make money and you make money and it's fine.
My money.
But in reality, I've come to believe that I need to do better by our partnership and not be like,
talk about big purchases.
Yeah. That's
no
it.
surprises.
She's brought that to my, like, I would never buy something big without consulting you. And I can't say that I've been like, yeah, I'll buy that guitar. I like it. I'll take it. Boom. And then later, it comes to be that I'm buying really, high ticket item without even discussing it. So I've come to change my opinion on that.
Right.
And I don't want him doing that to her, like sliding them money with, I think
because he might feel responsible and end up doing that.
Well, he's not going to let them be homeless.
No. Youngster, got anything?
What I love Vinnie's solution, but personally, taking on the burden of managing someone else's finances, that's not my responsibility. You're grown adults. I think that's a beautiful solution. I wouldn't be willing to do that. If they were in a financial position where they could, where it wasn't that big of a deal, I would just keep paying them and just be annoyed by it. But obviously that's not the case if they're taking money out of their kids' college funds. Oh, it's really tough. How did they survive before their kids were adults and they could be taking money from
what's
them?
great about what you're saying is that it actually leads me to, my thought on it was, as a person who I have been asked many times, like, can I borrow some money? Can I have some money? I have a family member who would be homeless if we hadn't adopted her, which is what we call it affectionately at my house. There are people who have the potential to become mooches, and if you let them, they will.
Mm-hmm.
And once you've got them on the payroll, it's expected. So I don't know. I'm not going to say it's too late for this person. I love Vinnie's solution. I agree with Bob that is a lot to take on for someone. And now you're having to check, do they have a credit card? Are they, what are they doing that's going to screw you over now that you're handling their finances? So as a cautionary tale, say no, say I can't from the beginning. If somebody's in dire straits, you do it, and you do it reluctantly, and you make sure you say, I will help you, but I'm not going to do this again. Don't ask me for this again. I think don't ask me for this again is a good way at the very beginning. If this is starting to happen to you, you have to cut it up, because now we're talking about 30 years later. And who knows how long before that. These people, you've allowed this to happen. Or your husband has.
Right. The bottom line becomes, and I understand where someone would say, oh, now I got to deal with their... You're going to deal with the money, the problem they've got one way or another. Yep. In this case, at least you're not waiting for the, quarterly phone call that is, I need $15,000.
Right.
At least in this case, sure, you got to put money into keeping them clear, but maybe it's 2 hours a week at night, just making sure they've got what they need and doing their finances and going, okay, they're clear, they're good. I gave them the money they need, paid their bills, I'm done.
Right. All their bills come to you. All of their rent comes to you. You give them money, X amount per month to spend on, I don't know, gas and groceries, and then anything else they have to come to you for. And you say, well, you don't have that in your budget. You can't have that. So now they can't make these superfluous. But the problem is the credit cards. Like, it keeps popping in my mind that people do need credit cards to function in the world. There are things you can't even, that they won't take cash or whatever. Just walking through your life, you need a credit card. And that scares me. I almost wonder if you should give them like an Apple Cash account.
Here's one of the ways you deal with it, I imagine, with your kids. I don't have kids that have cards yet, but I always get an email sent to me when money is spent on my American Express.
Yes.
And it's not about it's just that I don't want the number out there. And when I get that email and I go, wait a minute.
I didn't buy a car in Delaware. My American Express
card.
So
that's why I have that.
Yes.
But you would have to tag their card.
So you knew every place and everything and every amount.
Who knows? You might have to drive straight to their house and say, where is it? We're returning
it.
that right now. That you cannot afford that, and you don't get that.
So basically, I think that this is a good idea, but I also think it sounds like a full-time freaking job.
Yeah.
Well, so does giving them money out of their kids' college fund.
I know. It's just awful.
Like, what's
so
more?
you either have to start saying no. I mean, can you imagine asking someone who's in the hospital with cancer for money? Like, we're kind of under it right now. Could you go ask someone else?
I wonder if it's really a financial illiteracy problem and if there's a class or something that you could
force them to take
to try and help and learn how to budget, or
it might be too late for those old dogs.
Someone who can help them manage their finances so it doesn't fall on you.
I know. Even other kids. It's so.
But I would not keep giving them money if I couldn't afford it personally. They're adults. It's not my responsibility.
But there are people who see another family and think they can afford it.
Yes.
I'm going to keep asking them.
Well, and part of this is she's writing us. He's not writing us.
Right.
So he's like
resigned
caught.
to it. Yeah.
He's caught.
It's his parents.
Yep. Did we do it or did we do it?
I think we did. We got a lot of texts.
Okay,
great.
let's hear from the texters.
A lot.
And by the way, if you're just joining us, we're doing bad advice. Someone whose parents are just mooches. I'm sorry, there's no other way to say it. If you're putting your hand out 4 or 5 times a year to the tune of tens of thousands of dollars from someone who's saying, I'm taking this out of my kid's college fund, you're a mooch.
419, finally a silver lining to being broke. No one ever asked me for money. That's a good point.
Oh, there you go.
Let's see here. 707, the only way to actually fully take over their finances would be to take them to court and prove they can't manage and gain control. Otherwise, they will just find ways to spend more money, opening new accounts, and be in debt around what their son tries to do.
Well, and maybe that's got to be discussed in advance. Like, look, I'll do this one time, and we're going to take over. But this is the deal. But if I find out you're going behind my back and opening up cards, I'm going to cut you off entirely. And then this is one of the things that I really believe in. If you've tried your hardest and you've done all you can do and you've set up the guardrails then you can cut them. Then
they crash through the guardrails.
Then you cut them off without even feeling a smidge, a dash of guilt because you've tried your hardest.
I'm Disney pointing at you.
Right?
Yes.
707, no more money. You have to set a boundary with the in-laws and your husband.
It's
510.
It's rough. Like, people make it so that they're, if you don't support them, they're in big trouble. Oh, I can't get to work then because my car needs a repair.
510, it's like a stray dog. They keep coming back when you feed them.
Yeah. It's not the dog's fault. It's the person who gave him the scraps.
Yeah, a lot of people are, most of the texts are coming on the side of you have to cut them off or set up a financial conservatorship. And some folks are also saying that they come from, they're Hispanic and in their family, it's part of the culture, though, to take care of the parents. So, they
I
kind of
believe
get stuck with that. Yeah.
I believe
generationally.
he feels that too. You grow up in a house where your parents took care of you.
Yep.
You might be able to point at things they could have done better, but in general, as we were talking before, babies are just meatloaf.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that you make it to 18 is those people helped you there.
Right.
I get why he feels indebted, but I also don't feel like you can keep paying those.
You're being taken advantage of. There's no question. Oh, it's been like, I'm glad. I actually feel like you have some really good ideas. I don't
know if I do,
I feel
but I mean,
slightly better about it because I was like, I think it's, in a way, it's unsolvable. And I feel like so many people can relate, whether they are a mooch or the person who's being mooched off of.
For me, in my own life, it's a really important thing to try my hardest. It's also really important when I've done all I can to wash my hands of it and be like, this is, what's that term? A drain. This is draining me.
Mm-hmm.
It's draining me and I can't live like this. So at some point,
you got to say no.
You've done enough and then you can say, I can't take it.
I can't do this for you anymore. You got to find
changing my
another
number
way.
And we don't talk to you anymore.
And moochies always do find another way.
Your number is listed. I mean, the internet, it's always
no. I'm not
trying
to
next kid.
Yeah, go to the next kid on the totem pole. Exactly. Right. All right. So that's this week's bad advice. Badadvice973 at gmail.com. I think we've at least gave you a couple things to think about,
I don't
hopefully.
know.
Oh, it's solved.
Yeah,
What about
done
that?
deal.
We'll call it
Wait,
solved.
don't you have a fun one?
We're late now. I know. I thought only if we had time. You know what? I'll start with that one next week because I think that one's going to be a quickie.
You thought we were going to run low at some point of words?
I know.
That's what I said this morning.
Is wishful thinking.
Like, you're crazy.
Wishful thinking.
No way. We're going to end
this
late.
one I really wanted
And
to.
look at it.
Okay.
We're already late.
What's coming up in the news, then?